Today we are working on my mini truck!
Oh, Cam says, no, no, I'm done.
Hi and welcome to tonight's episode. The boys are going to be making a spare throttle cable for Lucas's mini truck. So let's check and see what they got going on. Oh, Lucas, you getting in?
Going to throttle you.
So why is he getting in the truck, Dad?
Because the passageway through the rear firewall, we have to feed this through so he can crawl in and push it through. The reason why we're building a spare throttle cable is because, well, the last thing we want to do is be at the racetrack and snap a cable and not have a spare and be on the trailer. So we're trying to be proactive instead of having to be reactive. Probably easier to keep your steering wheel off of it.
And of course, having the small child in the truck makes things a little bit easier.
Yeah, push it through like Robin. So right now we're just figuring out the length that we need the cable to be. Well, hang on a second, bud. Back it up. So that I know where to cut it. Okay.
Go.
Yep, go. Or where I have to cut it. Make everything work and line up. Where's the other end, buddy?
Yeah, it's too dark. You won't be able to see up here. Yeah, Lucas.
Hi.
Okay.
So we'll get to
So you want to make sure it's nice and even. It's a little tedious, but
At least it's on a small truck.
yeah, hold that right there. Put your hand, like, pinch it with the other cable. There you go.
Hold on tight.
Watch out for my fancy toolbox.
Yeah.
Recently went through a career change, so they had to come for me.
He hasn't quite gotten used to having his work toolbox in the home garage.
So right now I'm figuring out the length of the sheathing I have to cut off for the cable, just where the way this bracket's set up on this truck. I'm gonna go with right around here. And the kid's making race car noises already.
Don't lose your mark.
Don't worry, I already did. Note to self, use permanent marker and not highlighter. Feed it back her again. Blooper.
Take two. Now that we got our mark,
Yeah. Make sure before we cut it, we're going to take the cable itself out, because it sucks when you cut it through it. Don't ask me how I know. Grab our safety glasses that are on the floor.
on the floor.
Enough. See, mint. And then we're going to cut on the line.
Think like that though.
Better. Hey, I can see. So we'll just say that the highlighter mark was our measure twice so I could cut once instead of a blooper. Let me know if you agree. Lucas, do you agree?
Yes.
Okay. It's a little hack we do for well, this truck already had it and I actually like the idea. For retaining our cable in the chassis itself, we actually use a 3/16 compression fitting. Fits snug over top of the sheathing. Sometimes. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't.
Need some persuasion.
Sometimes. Trick is getting it put on without hurting it and kinking the cover because that would just make our life a lot harder and the cable won't be able to pass through easily. But we're getting closer to our race season, right, Lucas?
Yep.
And then we watched the NASCAR race that took place in the LA Coliseum. And Lucas is mad because his favorite driver didn't win.
Got second.
We're a very divided family because he's a Kyle Busch fan. We're not Kyle Busch fans. Well, we are, but we're not.
I think it's just he likes the M&Ms.
Yeah. I like Kyle Busch for the talent side of it and the fact that he can actually work on his own stuff. But I do not like him because of his drama. Nigel's grown up a lot.
Lucas has found our new stool
Yep.
that spins.
That should work a lot nicer. So Lucas, what are
What?
your goals for this season?
I don't know yet.
Well, what would you like to have happen?
Get in first.
Realistically, what would you like to have happen? The top three?
Yes.
Well, Mommy would be happy with that.
Mm-hmm.
And I get in first.
Yes, but you have to remember that a lot of the people that you're racing against are twice your age.
Well, that's what's twice his age. He's just more experience. Like, we're not going to knock him. He can try. He's got a truck that can do it. Miss Haley's proven that his truck's a good little truck. It's just he has to find his confidence in it.
Yes, he found it and then had a bit of an oopsie and hit the wall, but we worked on bringing it back.
Yep. And the marks are still on it.
It's okay.
So another little trick with doing this compression fitting styles, don't want to over tighten it. Just snug enough that it won't come off, but then our cable can still pass through cleanly.
What?
Another little trick we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit of oil on the cable as it goes through, just to help keep everything moving freely. The last thing I want is have Lucas have the throttle stick wide open on him. That would suck, wouldn't it?
I thought cable is done, we
Made sure it still fits.
made sure it still fits.
What are you doing there?
Serviced his throttle cable that's on the truck, so I just want to make sure it all works still. Lucas, you got full throttle on your carb?
Get up and look.
It looks like it's the springs. Yeah, it looks full throttle.
Okay. Now you got two things to cross off your list now.
Oh.
Serviced your main throttle cable. We built you a spare throttle cable. There's no pen in there.
Don't break things.
Here's your pen.
Wait.
Go with Daddy.
I got a pen.
Okay, go with Daddy.
Wait.
Really?
Here, I'll hold it.
No.
Those two.
This one.
Your list is getting a lot better looking than mine.
Here's the first ones.
Yeah, so his list is getting pretty crossed off.
And then till this list is.
Fortunately, Daddy's is not.
We haven't worked on the big car in a while.
But hopefully soon.
We took a little time off. Just Jessica and I both started new careers, so we took some time off getting settled into those and waiting on parts, and just been a big change for our lives right now. So
And caught a cold.
yeah, we both got cold. Not COVID, but all three of us had colds.
Yes.
And then mine's kind of stopped.
Yeah, yours stopped. Mine's easing up. Mommy's is just stopping.
Yep.
So,
We'll be back to work here soon on the race cars.
yep. Well, it was really our first night, but we've been back in the shop in over a week. So,
Because when we were gonna do a video, on the weekend,
you weren't feeling good.
yes, and
We realized we needed.
a part.
Right.
So, we should be getting back to our regular content here shortly once we get everything back and get back in the routine of things. Lucas, like we said, we're for sure he's racing at Grand Bend this year. We're still up in the air. We're waiting on sponsorship deals and whatnot to figure out what we're racing. So, until then,
Like,
Subscribe.
subscribe, and comment down below.
Thanks for watching.